in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. A fairly short kick from the 14. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Darrington Evans on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. He will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
At the 49-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a 1st carry for their fullback. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Derrick Henry. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And some room to roam now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down, Cleveland.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
The ball carrier.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
Mayfield off the play fake. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Henry. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
Alex Anzalone on the
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A.J. Brown. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run with Henry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0. So field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brought down back at the 38-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now, their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Running from the gun with Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now it's Hunt. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Out to the right to Humphries. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Following throwing the interception, Mayfield. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And this Tennessee defense for the 2nd straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, all even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they want.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way. And it's much more successful as well.
Now Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. A first down carry for Henry. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tannehill. Screen play, Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Tannehill now to throw. Smith catches left side. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
All 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, or if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Tannehill on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Titans on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Tannehill. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Carl Joseph came roaring in on the safety blitz. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Caught left side. It's Beckham. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Mayfield now. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Round 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 76 yards. And the Browns are back within a score.
Lining up for the point after.
So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
He was tackled.
Olivier Vernon brings him down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They'll run it again with Henry. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd
and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
First down, Brown.
Mayfield to throw. Flushed out right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Now Mayfield.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coach, I'd always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Here's Mayfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Mayfield's pass intercepted. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Today's final score.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all